Physicists think that the infinite size of the multiverse could be infinitely bigger. Not only does God play dice, that great big casino of quantum physics could have far more rooms than we ever imagined, an infinite number more, in fact. Physicists from University of California, Davis, UCD, the Los Alamos National Laboratory in the US, and the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, Lausanne, have redrawn the map of fundamental reality to demonstrate the way we relate objects in physics could be holding us back from seeing the bigger picture. For about a century, our understanding of reality has been complicated by the theories and observations that fall under the banner of quantum mechanics. Gone are the days when objects had absolute measures like velocity and position. To understand the fabric from which the universe is made, we need mathematics that break down games of chance into likely measures. This is far from an intuitive view of the universe in what has come to be known as the Copenhagen interpretation of quantum physics. It seems that there are waves of possibility until there is not. Even now, it's not at all clear what ultimately decides the fate of Schrödinger's cat. It has not stopped physicists from considering the options. American physicist Hugh Everett suggested in the 1950s that all possible measures constituted their own reality. What makes this one special is merely the fact that you happen to be observing it. Everett's many worlds model is not quite a theory so much as a way of grounding the absolute weirdness of quantum mechanics as something tangible. We start with an impression of the infinite multiverse of maybes, or what physicists might refer to as the sum of all energies and positions known as a global Hamiltonian, and then zoom in on what interests us, constraining the infinite within a finite and far more manageable Hamiltonian subsystem. Yet, as a main means of comprehending the infinite, could this zooming in be holding us back? Or as the researchers behind this latest exercise frame it, is it too provincial an approach born out of our familiarity with certain macroscopic objects? To put it another way, we might readily ask whether Schrödinger's cat is alive or dead inside the box, but not consider whether the table beneath is warm or cold, or if the box is starting to smell. In an effort to determine whether our tendency to keep our focus on what's inside the box even matters, the researchers developed an algorithm to consider whether some quantum possibilities known as pointer states might be a little more stubbornly set than others, making some critical properties less likely to entangle. If so, the box describing Schrödinger's cat is to some degree incomplete unless we're considering a long list of factors that may potentially stretch far across the universe. You can have part of the Earth and the Andromeda Galaxy in one subsystem. That's a perfectly legitimate subsystem, UCD physicist Arsalan Adil explained to Carmela Padovich-Callahan in The New Scientist. In theory, there is no limit to the way subsystems could be defined, adding long lists of states near and far that could fence off a reality in subtle different ways. Starting with Everett's many worlds, the team have come up with what they refer to as many more worlds interpretation, taking an infinite set of possibilities and multiplying with an infinite range of realities that we might not normally consider. And much as with the original interpretation, this novel takes less comment on how the universe behaves, but more about our attempts to study it one bite at a time. The researchers emphasize they have not attached a lot of conceptual significance to their algorithm, but do wonder if it might have applications in developing better ways of probing quantum systems such as those inside computers. And no doubt in some other reality they already have their answer. This research has yet to be peer-reviewed and is available on ARXIV. And this is on Science Alert by Mike McRae. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.